everybody. I wanted to jump on here super quick because I know you missed my face, but also because I have a humongous confession to make. So if you don't know me, my name is Teresa. I've been coaching for about 1.5 years now. If you do know me, hi, and welcome back. I wanted to chat with you guys about binging because, confession, the last 2.5 weeks, I have been binge eating. And when I say binge eating, I don't even mean like I had pizza or I ate off of my meal plan. I mean, I ate 12 ice cream sandwiches in a night, like binge eating. If you don't know, my story goes back to a couple of years ago, I guess, when I used to do this all the time, but I didn't understand that it was binge eating. I just didn't understand nutrition. I would not eat all day, and then I would like binge eat after school or after work when the kids left, and just like down their cheese balls or down some hot Cheetos on the way home or Oreos or whatever. And that is what I ate. I didn't cook, and I just ate junk and a lot of it at once. And in the past couple weeks, I have found myself slipping back into those habits. And so if you saw my before and after my transformation pictures, you will see that it shows in my transformation in the last 30 days because the last 2.5 weeks has been really bad nutrition. So I haven't had a huge, ridiculous transformation in my journey in general. I've always been somewhat in shape, but my body does fluctuate a whole lot. So if I'm not eating well, I can't outwork my bad diet, and it very well shows. And so you can see when I'm eating well versus when I'm not eating well. And before I started this program, Morning Meltdown 100, I wasn't in the best habits, and I got a little bit better for about a week or so, and then I just kind of backtracked again. And so it's been rough, and I want to chat with you guys about what to do if this is you. So are you a binge eater? Have you fallen off the wagon? And I think that term is really freaking stupid because in all honesty, this is not like a roller coaster ride that you can just fall off of and then like not get back on, right? Like this health and fitness thing is a journey that we are dedicating our lives to, and it is life. I really hate the term fallen off because it makes it really hard to get back up. But I have some trusty tips here written on my little paper here for what to do if you binge eat, whether that was one night of pizza and tacos and ice cream with your friends, or like me, a couple weeks of emotional eating. I'm gonna preface this by most binge eating is emotional. Whether you see it or not, most binge eating is emotional. So emotional damage control is like the first step because a lot of times it's an emotional fuel. Sorry, I'm looking to see if my dog's saying something. A lot of times it's emotional. I can 100% attest to this. I've been going through a lot of things in my life between maybe fostering a child, but also maybe not fostering a child, between some breakup with friends, and just a lot of things that have like deeply hurt me in the past couple weeks. And I've dealt with that by eating a whole lot, as well as getting back to school. And the stress of my classroom this year is insane, and I like forget how to teach. So you need to remember that like a binge doesn't define your health. So whether it's been a night or 2 weeks or even a couple months, it doesn't define you. You can choose not to binge. You have control of what goes into your mouth. You have control of what you do with your body. So like it's not defining you or your health. A lot of times what happens is that we eat pizza overnight and then we like fall off, and then we like ruin it all because now we're like, well, I already fell off. Why keep trying? All right, get in here. Why keep trying? It does not define you. You need to get your mind off your mood. So this is huge for me. I woke up this morning in a really, really freaking bad mood. And so I ate pretty poorly today. And what I need to do is find ways to change my mood. I need to do, for me, dance parties. Y'all, if you just jam some Beyonce and dance around your living room, I'm telling you it's a game changer. Drink some Energize, whatever it is you need to do to get your mindset off your mood, like do it. And don't weigh yourself. So if you just had an emotional, or if you just had a binge, a lot of times that's already emotional. You already feel guilty. You already feel like you're struggling, and you're already kind of beating yourself up. Do not step on a scale. I'm the first to tell you that a scale is a way of measurement that you should be using consistently throughout your journey, as well as pictures and measurements, because it's a tool that should help us realize what is working for our body and what is not. But if you are binging and beating yourself up over it, do not step on that scale. It's been something that I've been fighting for the past couple days, where I'm like, I know I've gained weight. I know that my body's not where it needs to be. I don't feel good. I'm tired. I'm grumpy. I'm whatever. And I want to step on the scale because I want to know. But also, I know emotionally, if I step on that scale and when I see a number that I don't love, I'm just going to beat myself up more, and I'll be back in that emotional hole. So we got to dig ourselves out of that emotional hole. We have to do emotional damage control, or we're going to keep cycling into this hole, I guess. I said hole like 700 times. 2, pick a fallback nutrition plan. Y'all, get back on your nutrition plan. Like, that's the basis. You need to get back on right away. Like, you're probably going to feel a little bit hungrier after the binge because your body is like, 1, on like a sugar high, or 2, like had a lot of carbs. We need to like make sure we're getting right back into it and we're not like falling into cravings. So pick a nutrition plan. I'm going to tell you, when you meal plan right after a binge, or when you're choosing what you're going to eat again, don't just be like, I'm only going to eat salad. Like, your body's going to hate you. Definitely veggies, water, fruit. Those things are going to help your digestive system get the binge foods, the junk food, out of your system a little bit faster. It speeds up your digestive process. But also do things that you like to eat. Pick things that you enjoy to eat, or you're going to hate it. Refresh. If you've never done a 3-day refresh, it's a great way to jump back in, especially if you've been off for a couple of weeks or months. It's something that's on my to-do list to order so that I can get back into things. It's going to flush my system pretty quickly, as well as drinking your Shakeology. Y'all, Shakeology is a game changer. When I've been binging the past couple weeks, I haven't been the most consistent with my shakes, and I know that that's not helping me. And so I need to backtrack, and I need to make sure I'm drinking my shakes. I need to get more water in my system, fruits, veggies, and make sure I'm committing to a meal plan. So do it. Write it out. Get back on track. Y'all, just because you had pizza all night and because you might have not ate on your meal plan for the past couple weeks does not mean that you can't do it now. 3, exercise. For me personally, exercise hasn't been like a struggle as far as like doing it. But for me, I need to like commit. I need to show up fully and actually do it, and not just like half-ass it, for the lack of a better term. So even if it means that you start like speed walking across the street, or you start to, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, you start running, the idea is that you need to get back into exercising because you want a healthier version of you, not to earn more food. So we've already figured out what our nutrition plan is regardless of our workouts. And then we're going to start exercising and moving our bodies because it makes us feel better. And honestly, after a binge, you probably don't want to work out because you're going to feel lethargic and you're going to feel kind of gross and icky. But I promise you, exercising again is going to help. So, reiterating the first 3. Emotional damage control. Get out of it. You know, like, know that your binge didn't define you and know that you have control. 2, fallback nutrition plan. Jump right back into a nutrition plan. 3, emotional eating. I would say emotional damage control. Workout. Okay? Emotional damage control, fallback nutrition plan, exercise. Okay? 4, binge prevention. So you're going to do these things, but you also are going to know that you're probably going to be in a situation that's going to make you binge eat or want to binge eat again. So for me, I know kind of the triggers. So I am working on maybe fostering a child, and so that has been huge, and the ups and downs and the disappointments have been huge for me, and that has been a big trigger. Back to school and the stress of school has been huge. I'm not getting my meal times I'm not always getting my prep, and that when I am, all I want to do is lay on the floor. Like last year it wasn't like this, and so I know that that is it. And 3, I've had some relationships that have not been going well. And so I know that those are triggers for me. And so personally, what I'm going to do is list other activities that I can engage in. And honestly, I know my mind jumps to the like stereotypical like journal or talk about it and things like that. But I'm going to find things that aren't stereotypical but are actually like helpful for me personally. And that might mean jump up and down and have a dance party in the middle of my prep. Or it might mean force myself to like, I don't know, call somebody. Whatever it is that I need to do, but that is not food related because I want to just binge eat. And I know that it's emotional. So what am I going to do the next time I'm in that emotional reaction and that emotional state so my reaction isn't eat? Ditch the junk, y'all. I kept convincing myself that I could buy ice cream sandwiches. I can't buy ice cream sandwiches. They're in my house. Just get all the junk out of your house. And when you're like in a better state, as you grow, you can like reintroduce this stuff into like your house, into your life. But right now, you're in like an emotional fragile state. You're trying to reintroduce habits. You're trying to make new habits. And having those things in front of you just isn't going to work. So for me, I cannot have ice cream in my house. I can't have chocolate in my house. There are things that I just cannot have. And I will get them. I'm not saying I can't ever eat them. I will get them when it's like appropriate. Maybe if I'm really craving it on a day, I'll go out and buy some ice cream, but like 1 serving instead of 12 ice cream sandwiches that I'm going to sit down and eat in one night. So ditch the junk. Get it out of your freaking house. And understand that you can stop binge eating at any time. This is something that I really struggle with. The mentality that I had before health and fitness was, well, I'm going to eat it eventually. So like, why can't I eat it all now? Like the carbs are going to be there eventually. Why can't it just be now? But I need to start asking myself, how is this serving me? How is 12 ice cream sandwiches serving me? Is it? It's probably not. And it's probably a negative ending. At least in the past couple weeks, it has been. So know that you can stop. Assess what you are eating at any time and ask yourself how or if it is serving you. And move forward from there. And then loosen up your diet, y'all. Like, focus on what you can have versus what you can't have in the portion sizes. This is huge for me. I'm not a huge person who's like, this is how many calories I can eat, and this is what I can't eat, and I'm never going to have sugar again, because it just doesn't work for me. I needed to loosen my diet up a little bit and be a little bit more vague as far as, like, not being restraining myself. Sorry, I had to find the right words there. As far as restraining myself, you want to focus on what you can have. The positives, I can still have carbs. It's just in these portions. I can still have chocolate. It's just in Shaco. So like, think about what you can have and portion out your food. Get back to your containers. Ultimate Portion Fix is literally a game changer. Use it. You guys have it for a reason. If you don't have the containers, let's get you them. Life-changing. So, recap. 4, emotional damage control. 2, fallback nutrition plan. 3, exercise. 4, binge prevention. 5, be kind to yourself. Stop beating yourself up. If you were to sit down and be a coach like I am coaching to you guys, to you, if you're going to say it to somebody else, like, you saw that they fell off, would you be like, yeah, sucks, you're never going to get back on? Yeah, you're not, this is why you should never do things like this. Like, are you going to talk down to them? Or are you going to find ways to pick them back up? You need to talk to yourself the way that you talk to other people. Like, be kind, encourage yourself, give yourself reasons to keep going. If you're going to be mean to yourself every time you eat an ice cream sandwich or pizza, y'all, you're going to hate your life, like, because you're going to eat them again, and it's going to suck, or it's not going to suck, it's going to be great, but, like, you're going to fall into these binge habits again, but, like, give yourself grace and love yourself, because it's not the end of the world. You are capable of getting back up. You are capable of continuing this life journey, y'all. It's a life journey. It's not a wagon that you're falling off of and, like, it's leaving you behind. It's not like the wagon, I don't know, runs on its own. You know, it's a little red wagon that you're just pulling around. And maybe you fell and you tripped, but you're going to get back up and you're just keep pulling your wagon. And it's going to be no big deal. It might have spilled and some water might have fell out of it. Or maybe some of your apples fell out and that's sad and they're bruised. But you're going to pick them back up, put them in your stupid wagon and keep friggin' going because it's a life journey, not a one-time thing. I just need to preach this to myself. So if any of y'all are out there and you're feeling like this, like, let me know. Tell me you hear me. I want to see that you guys are going to jump back in. I want to see that you guys are capable because I know you are. And if I can do it, you can do it. And we're in this together, y'all. I'm struggling, but it doesn't mean that it's over. I have huge goals and I am tired of feeling like crap this past couple of weeks. And I am ready to get back into it and just like prove to myself that I am not letting ice cream sandwiches define my next forever. I am more than a binge eating session. I am more than binge eating. I am more than what goes into my body, and I can control what goes into my body. So I'm choosing to get back on track, and I am choosing to control it because it makes me feel better, and I want to be the healthiest version of me. So if you're in this with me, I want to hear. Let me know.